Cleaning under the cab. First, we're using this stuff here to degrease the cab. There's so much grease and dirt under here, so we're using this first. Then he's under there scraping it off. After we scrape all that clean, we'll try to neutralize some of that rust under there with this, and then we're gonna spray it with undercoating. That way the bottom of this truck looks good, just like the rest of the truck. And we're just gonna do a before and after of this firewall. We sanded it down, and then we're gonna spray some undercoating on there. The cab is on a trailer. I don't know if you guys ever saw it on here. That's how we got underneath it, to scrape the bottom and prime the bottom. And we're gonna undercoat it tomorrow, not today. We have to let that primer and rust converter sit for 24 hours before we spray the undercoating on it. Do you think this looks better? Better than that gray or body color? We just went with a black. We think that's gonna look nice. I also sprayed under the cab. I do still have to do some repairs to the rocker panels on the outside, but I'm gonna put the cab back on the truck to do those repairs. Oh, here also, looking underneath, you can see a hole right there. I have to repair that. I will repair that. The passenger side is not bad. On the inside, there is some surface rust. I'm gonna clean that up. And let's take a look from the rear of the cab. So we scraped it clean, and then we sprayed it with a rust converter. And then I sprayed it with some I sprayed it with Rust-Oleum. Same thing that I sprayed the frame and the axles with. I cut it 3-to-1 with acetone. That way it sprays from my gun. It is time to put the cab back onto the frame. And to do that, we have some new body mounts. I could not find these anywheres. Due to the lockdowns and corona apocalypse, I could not find these mounts for quite a while. Finally got some from Summit Racing, but we have a new body mount. I don't have new bolts. We will have to use the same bolts, so I'm gonna clean those and paint them like I do with everything else. I'm not gonna record us putting the cab back onto the frame because my wife is going to be helping, and she does not want to be on camera at all. Chassis and body have been reunited. Took us about an hour. We used our chain hoist that's hanging from the tree. I messed up and I bent this line for the air condition. This line right here. Yep, my bad. I'm gonna have to replace that. It's not bolted down yet. It's just sitting there on a body mount. I do have to shift it towards the passenger side just a little bit to get the holes to line up. I was in so much of a rush. There's things I forgot to do. I forgot to hook up the fuel hoses to the fuel pump. That would have been much easier without the cab on there. I've been so busy working on everything else on this truck that I have not had time to do any work on this bed. So the bed is going to be going over to my brother-in-law's house, and he is going to get it ready for paint. He's going to smooth it out, take out a couple little dents, fix the rust holes, so as when it comes back, all we have to do is paint it. My little short self.